All right, we're ready for another Fanatics weekly auction recap. This is weekly auction number 168. This auction ended on April 6th. We've got more Cooper Flagg. We saw him kind of crack the door open in the last week or so with the first big Cooper Flagg card that we've ever seen. Of course, Duke's been knocked out of the tournament, but we're going to see Cooper Flagg at or near the top. But he wasn't the top spot. It was a familiar face of the GOAT on a very, very familiar card. We'll check in on that as well. This is a good auction recap. You guys are going to enjoy this. I hope it gets your week off to a great start. Thank you so much for giving me your precious time on these Monday mornings. Every single Monday morning, you get a Fanatics weekly auction recap from yours truly. Enjoy the video. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. All right, guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and you're not going to believe it. It's April 7th, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It was like 90 degrees 2 days ago, and today I had to put a sweatshirt on and come to work. What is happening in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? I have no idea. This is your Fanatics weekly auction recap, number 168. It ended last night on April 6th. Some really interesting stuff at the top of this thing. We've got to talk through some of this and make some sense of this, and I want to get your thoughts. Recently, in the past couple weeks, not just on Fanatics, but on Alt, on eBay, on Golden, everywhere we're seeing all-time records being broken. Will today be the same story? Well, yes, I'll let the cat out of the bag. It will be. We're going to ring the bell a lot this morning for all-time sales records being broken. Let's not waste any time. Let's get you guys going. Again, if you don't mind, this is let me just pay some bills here. If you're considering selling some cards and breaking some records and ringing this damn cowbell on Fanatics weekly auction or the premier auction, which is a monthly auction on Fanatics Collect, please, when you submit your cards, consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. That is my method of compensation for the content that I'm trying to put out and maintain my status as the most consistent content creator in the basketball card hobby. Fanatics Collect is an affiliate partner of mine. As of yet, I do not have a Patreon. I do not have a paywall. I do not have a subscription fee. All of my videos are free, and there's a lot of them in case you haven't noticed. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment. All right, let's not waste any time. Here we go. All right, let's start with a Kobe Bryant Dunk and Go Nuts. This is just a PSA 9. These cards actually grade really, really easily. We'll look at it together. This Kobe Dunk and Go Nuts PSA 9 sold for $4,440. I've got a copy pulled up on your screen. That's what it looks like. Pop 111. As I said, there's a lot of these out there. Check it out. It's got a 16% gem rate, which is pretty damn high. For Beckett, it's got a 40% plus gem rate. There's even black labels. There's even pristine BGS 10s out there. So this is a card with over 100 gems out there. This is a PSA 9 that sold last night. I've got it pulled up on your screen. Last night, this is not only the all-time record for a PSA 9, it obliterated the prior all-time high. That's your all-time graph you're looking at right there. If we look at just the last 2 years, check this out. This is a card that is up 146% after last night's sale. This is a steady up and to the right trend if you can ignore some of the anomalies. The last one was $28.80. This one sells for significantly more. That seems like a really big jump, especially on a card. I can't really tell if it's crystal clear or not. You guys tell me. I mean, it's hard on these things when you look at them. It looks like there might be some surface issues down here in the bottom right with some white spots. I don't know, man. This is just a really tough one to wrap my head around. Flawless patch auto Steph Curry. We never talk about these because we're going to see 10 of them in every video. 4440. Red Giannis PSA 10. We've seen Giannis cards plummeting, crashing. This one is sort of maintaining. Look at this. It's up 6%. It sold 4 times. I think this is the Target retail exclusive. from 2013. It's only a pop 31. Shout out to Reggie Miller. Over the last 3 months, the card sold 4 times. That's a lot of sales over the last 90 days for a pop 31 card to sell 4 times, but it has. And even with that, the card is steady, up 6%. I'd call that pretty much even. So finally, we see some of the bleeding stop on the Giannis colored Prism cards. Now is probably a good time to let you know I am, for whatever reason, selling at the low point. I've got a bunch of colored Giannis Prism rookie BGS 9.5s selling in next week's Fanatics auction. I think it's weekly auction number 169. I'll talk a little bit more about that during the week. I decided to get out of those Giannis cards. I've got some moves I'm making in the soccer card world. I've also picked up a nice little miniature Jordan collection actually this morning, believe it or not. So I needed some cash, so I've moved some of my Giannis Prism color into next week's auction. Here's a card I've never seen, 2000 Upper Deck Game Championship Floors Patch Auto. So this is an autographed Michael Jordan card, serial number to 230, 4,920 for that one right there. Franz Wagner, rookie from 2021, flawless, great looking patch on this card. This is autographed. It's a PSA 1010 Pop 1, 4,920. Let me know what you think about Franz Wagner. Is he going to be the European Paul George, or is he just going to be, Hito Turkoglu? I mean, how good is Franz Wagner? It looks like Paulo Banchero is the alpha, Wagner is the beta, but you never know how this thing's going to shake out in the long run. Wagner's got serious skills, and he's gigantic. A lot of people don't realize how big this dude is. Really good player. Don't like his brother at all. Probably one of the most punchable faces in all of NBA basketball, his brother Mo Wagner. Let me know what you think in the comments about Mo Wagner. I like Franz, Mo not so much. 1998 Flair Showcase, take it to .net. Kobe Bryant, beautiful card, amazing card. We know this card from the Michael Jordan hierarchy. This is serial numbered to 1,000. We've got it pulled up. What did it sell for last night? $5,000. So a PSA 10, take it to .net, serial numbered Kobe Bryant, sells for barely more than a PSA 9 Duncan Go Nuts, which is a super easy gem. This is only a pop 51. This is the last 2 years. Tremendous sale based on the last 2 years. This is a card in August of 2023. That's less than 2 years ago. You could have picked up for $1,750. Guess what? The card's up 188%. That's more than 2x. Selling last night for $5,040. Again, on Kobe, always be careful. Someone has bought this card for $11,000 back during Perfect Storm 2021. So, like many Kobe cards, yes, I know they're running. I know they're doing very well, but always kind of keep 2021, 22 in the rearview mirror. And remember, there's some people out there that are into this card for 5 figures. At least 2 people that are into this card for over 5 figures. That's nuts to me. $5,040 is a great sale based on the last 2 years comps. Opulence Doncic Patch Auto 8.5, serial number to an arbitrary 79. That's weird. Does $5,160. And then Ja Morant Gold, probably not high on everybody's investment list right now. A lot of smoke going on after the gun symbols he did again. I don't know how many times this guy can do stupid shit with guns, but he did it again. It's a BGS 9. Autograph 9, which is going to kill your comps. Serial number to 10, Panini Contenders Gold Parallel. Does $5,400. And then I've seen these before. I'm going to click in here and look at this thing. This is one of those giant booklets. This is in raw form. I say it's giant. I think it is. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know too much about it, but it is the Opulence NBA Finals booklet. It is only a raw copy, and so maybe somebody's thinking about getting this big boy slabbed in one of those giant slabs. This one sold for $5,400 last night. Speaking of Kobe, let's stick with the Kobe theme. We got to look this up. This is the 1997 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row Zero. A lot of people would aver that this is the most popular of all the Legacy collections. Of course, with Kobe, it's a little different because with Kobe, 1996 are his rookies. And so his 96 Flair Showcase are certainly going to outsell even the Row Zero from 1997, because why? Well, 96 is his rookie, and you've got a couple of options, a couple of rows to choose from, a few rows to choose from. 97 Row Zero would probably be the best or the most sought after of the 97 Legacy collections. These were serial numbered to 100. It sold for $55.20. I've got it pulled up, and is it an amazing card or what? What an incredible pattern in that background with the electric blue font down here. This is a card that sold for the all-time record, $5,520. It tied a sale just a few months ago, and it is not the same cert number, completely different PSA 8 right here. In fact, you can see this is one of the maddening things. I want to show you something. Look where the label is and look at the direction the card's facing, right? So the label is at the right edge of the card. This is a horizontal card, obviously. Look at this one, graded. Look where the label is. It's on the left edge of the horizontal card. So that would drive me crazy, but I don't know which one's right. You guys can kind of pick and choose and let me know which one's right in the comments. But again, both great cards, both sold for the same exact all-time record high price. So great sale there for a PSA 8. Jalen Green National Treasures PSA 9. I think we're going to look this card up. We are. It sold for $5,640 last night. This is his true NT RPA. Ignore this first one because I don't know what's going on here. I know that's not real. It says January 10th, 2023. Jalen Green rookie stitch patch. I don't even know what that means, but let's just throw that out because it's such an exorbitantly high price. We've got to scroll down here. What did it sell for last night? Oh, this one's not in there for whatever reason. Let's see. Why is this one not in here? Serial number to 99. It sold for $56.40. Yeah, $56.40 is not showing up, but this would be the second highest price ever paid for this PSA 9. So just behind the record that was set a little over a year ago of $58.80. So Jalen Green card's doing fine. Why? The Rockets are fine. Number 2 seed in the incredibly competitive West. I think they're probably a little bit too young. I would very much be on upset alert in the first round of the NBA playoffs just because they have little or no NBA playoff experience. Most of their players, of course, they got a couple fossils with Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet, but Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, Şengün. I can go down the list. Reed Shepherd, a lot of Jabari Smith. All these guys, not very much playoff experience, if any. $56.40 for that Jalen Green. We'll see. Maybe they can do something in the West. Maybe they'll surprise. After all, they are the number 2 seed, but they've been incredibly healthy all season as well. Giannis Purple Die Cut Prism. These were serial number to 49, believe it or not. But people, for whatever reason, don't like the die cuts unless you're talking about the 1990s. I just don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. This PSA 10 is only a pop 6, and it sold for $58.80. This Damian Lillard, we got to look up Dame. Shout out to all the great Damian Lillard collectors out there. I'm friends with a lot of you guys. I myself have a Dame Lillard PC, although it's been in hibernation, been a little bit stagnant lately. I do own a copy of his 2012 National Treasures RPA, true RPA. Mine is a BGS 10 copy, so I'm excited about this sale. $6,300 for this Lillard card. Guys, the patches on these 2012 Lillard National Treasures cards are insane. They are sticker autographs. I think he had this signed by sticker for whatever reason because of the transition or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody can educate us in the comments. But this one does $6,300. I've got it pulled up. Right, there is your card right there. I've got... What just happened? Oh, my God. What did I do? Did I do something stupid? Yep, I did. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I've got it sorted by price. What did we say it sold for last night? $6,300. Third highest sale in history. That's a really impressive result. There's been 26 sales. This is the third highest ever for a PSA 10 copy at $6,300 last night. The two higher solds were way back in 2023. So this is an incredible sale for a Damian Lillard RPA from National Treasures. Check this out. If we look at the most recent sales, guys, I'm not lying here. Here's the most recent sales in order: $58.80, $45.60, $39.67. This is a card that was trending significantly downward, and then what a rebound last night from $39.67 up over $2,300 to $6,300. So a really big sale last night for Lillard collectors. If you're trying to get into the Lillard world and you wanted a 2012 NTRPA, not such good news because now your price is about $2,000 higher. 2007 Upper Deck Black Dual Kobe and Vince Carter patch autograph. There's patches everywhere. There's colors everywhere. I don't know what's going on. It's Kobe and Vince. You don't see many Kobe and Vince cards This is a BGS 6.5, but guess what? There's none graded higher, and it's serial number to 10. 6,300 for that card right there. Beam Team Rodman never took a bad picture. We always say it. Dennis Rodman never took a bad picture. Here he is right here. That looks like Orlando Woolridge. I didn't even know he played for the Pistons. Maybe that's not him, but it looks like Orlando Woolridge. I always remembered him as a Bull. 92 Dennis Rodman, Stadium Club members only, 6,600. If you don't think, now I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think this is a set collector. I don't think it's a Dennis Rodman collector. Comment below if you're a Dennis Rodman collector and you picked this up. Congrats if you did. But I think it's probably a set collector that picked this card up. Set collectors get extremely desperate. And guess what this is? This is the all-time record by quite some measure. 5,212 was the old record just a few days ago on Probstein. Here we are a week later, 6,600. So huge sale for that card right there. You're talking about a card that's a pop, oh my gosh, 5. Look at the gem rate right there, 1.47% for this members only Dennis Rodman PSA 10. Congrats to the seller. Congrats to the buyer. Kevin Garnett Star Rubies, but this is not the big one. This is the PSA 6, and it's serial number to 50. It's card number 218. There's another one we're about to look at coming up shortly that did a humongous number, a shockingly, astonishingly confusing, huge number. This one in a PSA 6 does 7,200. That may be a record. I didn't look it up. Don't have time. 2019 Flawless Vertical Emerald Zion, serial number to 5. Really good looking. I mean, it's a great looking card. Again, think what you want about Zion, but man, the color match is cool on this emerald because there's just a hint of green in here with those Mardi Gras colors. 4-color patch, serial number to 5. Game worn, I guess, right? Because it's flawless. Aren't those game worn? Sells for $7,200. Next, we got a Michael Jordan autograph card. This is a PSA 8 with an authentic grade for the autograph. Everybody wants to see the auto. I love it. I like the look of that autograph right there. That's cool. I don't collect in-person autograph stuff, but 40 people bidded furiously on this card that ended last night on April 6th. And this PSA 8 authentic autograph Jordan 89 hoops, number 21 All-Star card, sells for $7,200. How about the first appearance of Cooper Flag? And this won't be the last. We're going to see some big Cooper Flag cards in here, including one at the very, very top that we'll look at and see where it ranks historically. Of course, Duke just got bounced by Houston. Why? Because Houston had a bunch of dudes in their 30s that really embraced the weight room. When I watched Houston play, I was like, oh boy, they could give Duke some problems. It was an epic collapse by Duke. They had the game in hand. I think they were up 6 with a minute left or something. Somehow ended up losing the game with some real, they just froze, man. It was just real bad at the end of the game. Cooper Flag did his thing. He was incredible in the game, had great numbers as always. But this is his Cooper Flag's 2024 Topps Chrome McDonald's. Not even a Duke jersey. This is his high school jersey. It's the red refractor parallel, serial number to 5, and it's autographed. It's a PSA 9, no grade for the autograph, pop 1, none higher. $7,500 for this card last night. Cade Cunningham, serial number to 5, Emerald Flawless Horizontal Rookie, PSA 9, 10 for the autograph, does $7,800. Nobody's hotter than Cade Cunningham and those pesky Detroit Pistons right now. Let's look this up. It's a 98, second year Upper Deck Jordan game jersey. This is the GJ20, and it is a BGS 8.5. I've got this bad boy pulled up somewhere. There it is right there. That's your card. Wow, is that card good looking or what? This card sold last night for $8,100. I've got this sorted by the highest price ever paid. In 2021, this card was doing some things. If you're not, if you don't believe me, 15.6, 12.7. In 2024, it went for $8,800. This 8.5 last night goes for $8,100. So pretty good sale right there. The last one before this sold for $78. The one before that, $8,100. The one before that, $6,200. The one before that, $8,000. So pretty good sale last night for this one at $8,100 in a BGS 8.5. And yes, this card does have subgrades on the back. Beckett used to grade the card, put the big grade on the front, the aggregate grade, and then the subgrades on the back. And it's actually 3 8.5s and a 9. So really good subgrades on that card as well. Steph Curry Flawless Patch Auto. Ever heard of that? Yep, $8,100. 2019 Spectra Color Blast LeBron James BGS 10 renders it a pop 3. This card sells for $8,700. And then right next to it, this is a card that I was happy to promote. Why? Because the seller used the promo code Cajun. He reached out to me. He said, Cajun, do me a favor. I used the promo code. Would you mind promoting this card a little bit on your Instagram page? And I think this is the card that I promoted on my Instagram page. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did. And I was like, yeah, because you're going to set a record. I'm happy to promote it. I know it's going to set a record. I'm not going to promise it, but I bet you anything it does. 2018 Prism Green Pulsar, serial number 25, PSA 10, Pop 7, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, your 2024-25 MVP of the NBA, sold for $8,700. Here it is right there. Was it a record? Oh, I think so. By what? Over $4,000. It almost doubled the highest sale back from October, only 6 months ago, when it sold for $45.60. So congrats to the seller. I was happy to do my part. I know I'm not the reason the thing set the record. The card was going to do great with or without me, but hopefully, and I hold this out for all of you guys, if you use the promo code Cajun, if you list your cards on Fanatics Weekly or Premier Auction, as long as it's a relevant card, okay? Don't ask me to help with the John Morant Chronicles PSA 9 or a Zion Williamson, Duke contenders, whatever crap. But if it's a big card and you want my help, reach out to me 2, 3, 4 days before the auction ends. I'll put something on Instagram. Again, I'm not out here hyping cards, but it doesn't hurt when another person with a lot of followers and a lot of subscribers posts a card and just lets the world know, hey, it's out there, man. Go check it out. I'm not telling anybody to go buy the card. I'm just letting you know it's out there, because I know there are a lot of people that were looking for this card. And so hopefully my Instagram post and my Instagram story helped a little bit. Orange Giannis. Okay, now we're getting into big boy Giannis rookie cards. The orange is serial number 60, and a PSA 10 is only a Pop 6. This card sold for $9,000 last night. There's your card right there. Again, Pop 6, what in the hell? We've got a Giannis Prism rookie that's going up, and it's not just going up. It's freaking going way up to the tune of an all-time record, and it really isn't even close, and I'm not even sure what the hell's going on. Here's my thought. You can see the sales. Let's just start right here, right? The card sold for $4,700 in 2019. Guess what? That's pre-pandemic. That's pre-hype. That's pre-COVID. That's pre-crypto. That's pre-PPP money. That's everybody goes into their parents' closet and looks at their cards and decides to get into the hobby. That's pre-hobby explosion. So that sold for $4,700 then. Guess what? It doesn't sell for 5 years. It doesn't sell till 2024, which is when the hobby was at one of its low points. Right now, we're seeing it rebound again. So it skipped over. This is what all those graphs would look like if 2020, 21, 22 didn't exist, right? This is what Kobe graphs would look like. This is what Jordan graphs would look like if there was no 2021, 22, 2022. So nothing sells. This card never sells for 5 years. And now here it is, destroying the all-time record and almost doubling the last sale. So congrats to the seller on that. That is a massive sale right there. Hopefully it bodes well for my Giannis Prism cards that are selling in this upcoming Fanatics Weekly auction. Fanatics Weekly auctions always end on Sunday evenings, just FYI. Steph Curry, Topps Chrome, serial number 999, BGS 9.5, does $9,300. This is a sale right here that really disturbs me. It's really confusing. It's a Kobe 96 Topps Chrome. I have nothing against Kobe. I have nothing against Topps Chrome. It's one of my favorite products ever. I certainly have nothing against BGS 10s. What I do have is something against green cards. This card sold for $9,300, and it's as green as you could possibly get. This card has turned. Rashan Nesterovic has turned. Kobe's turned. His uniform's turned. Everything about this card is green, 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 green. And it sold for $9,300 last night in a BGS 10. Check this out. A PSA 10 last sold for $5,270. So somebody picked up this BGS 10 for $4,000 more than a PSA 10, which may or may not be green. So I don't know about that, you guys. You guys are going to have to let me know. I'll let y'all weigh in. If we look at the BGS 10, PSA 10's pop 838. I get that. BGS 10 is going to be much lower. It's a pop, 54. So I get all that, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a green BGS 10. That's just what I see. You guys can comment below. It's a great conversation piece. Let me know what you think. When you see a card that's a BGS 10 or a PSA 10 and you can tell that the refractor has turned post-slabbing, how do you price that? Obviously, somebody here either didn't understand it or didn't give a damn and wanted to buy that label, and they did it. for a big number. 9,600 for the Jordan PSA 8.5 true rookie card, pack pulled right there. 2012 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, UNC, Michigan State. Magic is extremely excited. He's got a nice little afro right there. Let's check this card out. How cool is that card right there? PSA 8, 10 for the autograph, Pops 64. Shout out to March Madness. Sells for $9,900. Guess what? There's none graded higher, and that's a serial number to 15 card. Zion Williamson, Stars and Stripes, white box. I already promised I'm never talking about a white box or a black box card on this channel, so I'm going to skip it. 2012 Prism Kobe Bryant autographs. There's a silver parallel autograph as well, so don't confuse the two. This is just the base autograph. It's a PSA 10-10, which makes this a Pop 5. This is a big Kobe card. This is a big price, but this is a big card. 2012 first year Prism basketball. Guess what the all-time record is? 13,200. This one last night almost got back to 2022 prices. $10,200. How many of these have ever been graded? Guys, 232 have ever been graded. This PSA 10 is a Pop 21. Shout out to Kevin Garnett. That is a huge card. As a 10-10, it is a Pop 5. Okay, as a 10-10, it's a Pop 5. So 10,200 for that card last night was the third highest price ever paid. Has one sold recently? That's not it. There it is right there. Last one sold right here. This was just a, let's see if this one, this is a PSA 10 with no 10 for the autograph, and it sold for $8,400. So with the 10 autograph as well, that card jumps, what is that, $1,800, something like that. Pretty good sale right there. Jordan, Carolina, MJ Tribute, serial number to 23 does $10,500. Autographed 87 Fleer. We saw the autographed 1989 All-Star Hoops. Now we're looking at not quite as aesthetically pleasing autograph. It's a little bit faint. It's black. It's kind of hard to see, but it's on there. And it is a PSA 6 card, and it is a autograph authentic. 56 bids on that. On card in-person autographs are starting to become very popular. It's just not what I do, so I don't know much about it. But if you want to hype it up in the comments, go for it, man. $10,500 for that familiar 1987 Jordan autograph card. Steph Curry BGS 9. Davidson Exquisite Collection does 11-1. More Cooper flag. We're getting bigger and badder. This is not the biggest. This is the middle one, right? We're going to see 3 Cooper flags. I promised you a huge one at the top. We're going to look at it in just a second. This is his 2004. Again, we're going back to his high school days when he played for Montverde on one of the greatest high school teams, at least on paper, ever assembled. His 2024 Topps Chrome McDonald's new hire. I don't know what BDG stands for. I don't know, new hire something autograph. Red wave, ruby wave refractor. There's a lot of stuff going on in that label. It is a sticker, it looks like. This is a PSA 10, 72 bids, $12,600 for that Cooper flag right there. We got to check every SGA sale there is. We have to check every one. We saw the Green Pulsar break a record with a little bit of help from Cajun on Instagram and YouTube. This is the 2018 Red Shimmer PSA 9, not a PSA 10, a PSA 9. There is one PSA 10 out there. This Red Shimmer is serial numbered to only 7, and it is a Pop 6 in PSA 9. This sells for $13,200. I do have it pulled up. That is the all-time record, beating the old record, which was just about 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, of $12,300. And no, it was not the same card. It is a different cert number. This one ends in 710. This one last night ends in 081. And so we have a new all-time record. How many times have people tried to grade this? 13 times. Okay, so it's serial number to 7. People subbed, got back a bad grade. Subbed, got back a bad grade. Switched to BGS, got back a bad grade. Switch, chase. Long story short, there's one Gem Mint copy in the world, and it is a PSA 10, and Card Ladder thinks it's worth about 35 grand. Yikes, that's a big disparity. All right, moving on. Getting towards the top, guys. Gold Kaboom, Giannis 2022 Crown Royale. These gold Kabooms are big. I did a video on my channel talking about the Kaboom inserts. I talked about the downtown inserts. I talked about the Aurora inserts. If you've missed those videos, go check them out. They're on this Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, and you can't miss them. Just search Kaboom. $13,200 for that Giannis gold. Caitlin Clark gold select courtside, serial number to 10. PSA 10 Pop 5 does $13,200. What kind of world do we live in where Caitlin Clark sells for the same or more, significantly more than Michael Jordan Upper Deck game-used jerseys from the 90s? I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. That is what it is. How about this one? I love this card. I've always thought these cards are incredible. It's got a Playmakers Theater vibe to it with these borders. You see what I'm saying? These Shakespearean, these Elizabethan. You like that? Me digging into the history books and going back to the Elizabethan period. But this looks like a little bit of Playmakers Theater vibe on the outside, but what a patch. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breaks, 3 colors. Giannis on card, autograph. I think it's on card. 81 bids. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. That's no coincidence. 9.5, 9.5, 9 corners, 10 surface. Big sale last night. $13,800 for that Giannis last night. Moving our way up towards the top. We got 2 Tyrese Halliburton RPAs on this page. One is serial number to 10. One is serial number to 99. The serial number to 10 goes for $14,400. The serial number to 99 is a PSA 10 true RPA, as people like to say. People are like, Cajun, why do you keep saying that? I'm just repeating what everybody says. For whatever reason, people like to say serial number to 99 is sort of the true RPA. And by true, I don't mean the best. What we should say is it's the base RPA. That's what we should say, and not true, but base RPA. I don't know. That's a conversation piece. It's a discussion. Obviously, if this was serial numbered, if this serial number 10 was a PSA 10, I suspect it would outsell the serial number 99, but you never know. For whatever reason, people love that 99 stuff. We'll look up the 99. The 99 sold for $17,400. Here it is right here. And I'm not forgetting about the Jordan. We're going to go back to it. $17,400, second highest price ever paid. So good sale right there. Records was in 2021. It was broke in 2023 when he was a little bit more on fire. Now the Pacers, it looks like they're going to match up with the Bucks in the first round. We know there's a history between those two teams. The Bucks struggle with young, athletic, teams that spray the ball around. Halliburton's trouble. Nobody on the Bucks can really guard him because, Dame Lillard, Ryan Rollins. I don't know who your point guards are, but we got issues, and Lillard is not playing anyway. So I don't know if the Bucks are going to have a chance. I know Giannis is going to average 35, 10, and 10 probably in the series, but I don't know if Giannis is enough. Brook Lopez is going to die of old age soon. Good sale last night for that Tyrese Halliburton, and I did skip over the Jordan, but we're going back to it. 97, first year, the original Michael Jordan Upper Deck game jersey. This is a beautiful card. Most of the jerseys are boring like this, so it's a white napkin, but it is GJ13, $17,400 for this Jordan last night. There it is right there on your screen. I've got this sorted by date sold, and it's hard because this one's PSA authentic. The last few that sold before it were BGS 8, PSA 8, and BGS 8.5. So 8.5, PSA 8, 8.5, and those were 23, 23, and 25. So let me know what you think. Do you like this pickup? I mean, what do you care about this card? You want to make sure it's the real deal. You want to make sure it's the original, it's authentic. Giving up $6,000 to drop from a BGS 8.5 to a PSA authentic, maybe it does make sense. I don't know. I'd be proud to put this PSA authentic in my collection, but unfortunately I have a 9.5 copy, which is not going anywhere. Cajun Eternity, baby. And here we go. We're getting to the top. This is the top 6. Okay, so card number 6, Jordan Kobe Black Dual Auto, serial number to 15, does $18,000. Triple auto, we talked about it. This is pretty close to the 3 you'd choose. You'd probably replace Magic with Kobe if you had the option, right? Most people would. Let's take a look at it because it's freaking amazing. This looks like an on-card auto to me. Somebody tell me in the comments if it is. That's probably why it sold for $21,600. Magic, LeBron, and MJ. The card is authentic. The autographs are graded a 10 because they're awesome. They look great. 45 bids, $21,600 for that card. And then I told you there was a big Rubies from the same set, 1998. This is sort of the base Rubies, right? I know the Rubies is a parallel, but this is the base Rubies parallel because it's not the 90 Fine, which is a subset card. It's the 1998 Skybox Premium Star Rubies, number 53. This... look, I'm all for Rubies. I'm all for set collecting. I'm all for Kevin Garnett. The big ticket's great, right? He's one of the 5 greatest power forwards that ever lived, in my personal opinion. $27,000 is a lot of money for this card. What would a Kevin Garnett PMG Red sell for? Not this. Traditionally, PMG Reds are a little notch above the Rubies. Maybe that's changing. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is the changing of the guard. Let's look it up just to be safe. Here it is. $27,000 is only $20,000 higher than the all-time high, which was the same exact grade. It was a different card because this is cert number 046. But this card right here 2 years ago sold for $7,000, and then this card, same grade, last night sold for $27,000. Unless this is like serial numbered 21 out of 50 and some nut job math nerd went all after it. That just really seems like a huge sale to me. Let's go to date sold. I don't know, guys. That's a big sale. I mean, there's a PSA, there's 2 PSA 7s and 3 PSA 6s. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Maybe there's a few of them out there in BGS slabs. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. That seems like a really aggressive number for a Kevin Garnett Rubies. Again, is it a grail? Yes. It's a grail for any Kevin Garnett collector out there. I'm not disparaging the card, but that number seems really big. I was not expecting $27K for that. All right, we got 3 cards and 3 stories, 3 very different cards. We got 2 raw cards on the top row, which is pretty damn rare. But this is the 2018 Flawless Vertical 3-color patch auto Doncic. Its serial number is 25 out of 25. Sold for $28,200, which at first glance, I was like, God, that seems like a lot of money. And then I looked it up and I sorted it by price. And then I realized the 9.5 has sold for $69,000, $60,000, $58,000, $48,000, $44,000 in raw condition 2 years ago. So this sale last night really is not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm trying to find, the last one was a BGS 9 that sold for 21. So this flawless. I guess somebody is hoping that this flawless is going to sell for, is going to grade much better than a BGS 9. I don't know. And next we got, I told you we had some big Cooper flags and we had 3 of them. This is the biggest of the big. This card sold for $33,000. Let's look at it. I do want to draw your attention to the fact that on the back of this card, this patch right here, it's a game-worn sneaker, and it is a 1 of 1. It is obviously autographed as well. Let me know what you think that autograph's going to grade. It's not a 10, that's for sure. But this card, if you'll read down here in the fine print at the bottom, let's see if I can zoom in for you. It's going to be sideways. Sorry, I can't do anything about that. TWSS. The relic contained in this card was game worn by Cooper Flag on 11/4/24. The signing of all autographs were before a Topps representative. Okay, so we know it was authentically signed. This card came from November 4th, 2024. It came from a game against Maine. I did my research. I went into the box scores. Duke played against Maine on November 4th, 2024, just 4 months ago, and it's a really great image of Cooper Flag on this card as well. And so, pretty cool card. $33,000 is a lot to pay for a prospect. I think he's going to be special. I think he's a franchise guy. At the very least, he's an all-star type guy. I think he's a franchise guy. That's just me personally. Second biggest Cooper Flag card ever. Obviously, it's an all-time record. It's a 1 of 1. The only one that has sold higher was this card that sold on Golden, and this was the 1 of 1 Superfractor autograph that sold for, and it was a 10/10 as well, and it sold for a whopping $85,400. That is a huge sale right there. All right, keep on moving, keep on trucking. Card at the top, sorry, it's going to be a little bit boring, but it's the 1986 Fleer Jordan True rookie card, number 57. This pack-pulled monster is a BGS 9.5. Everybody wants to look at the centering and then say it's not centered, even though it is. Really good centering on this card. It's a 10 centering for that reason. 36 bids. It sold for $40,800. It is a mixed gem, so it's not a gem plus, which does tend to diminish the value a little bit. This is a graph that every time I look at it, I tell you guys, just good luck, man. Give up on it. It's down. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Over the last month, and this is why you can't rely on graphs for BGS 9.5 86 Fleers. Are you ready for this? First of all, there's 545 of them out there. Not a rare card. Nobody ever alleged it was. This is not rare. PSA 10, not rare either. There's over 300 of those. So 800 gem copies of this card out there, right? It does have a low gem percentage of 1% for PSA and 3.8% for BGS. Okay, look at this graph. Over the last month, if you were just going to look at graphs and say whether a card was up or down without digging in and doing any other research on a card with BGS subgrades, this is why it would be a mistake. This is why it would be a fallacy. Over the last month, it's down 22%. Over the last 2 weeks, it's even. Okay, that's a big swing. Over the last 3 months, it's up 60%. Over the last 6 months, it's up 17%. Over the last year, it's down 10%. Over the last 2 years, it's up 21%. So do you see how preposterous it is that every time you change the time segment, it can swing your percentage up or down a humongous amount? And the reason is, look at this graph. I say it every week. It looks like a fat guy on an EKG, on a treadmill, trying to get a heart reading. It's going to go up and down and up and down. It looks like the fat guy's about to die and fall off the treadmill. You can't gain anything from looking at this, right? It's up 21%. Yeah, it is. But what if the graph started with this $84,000 sale and ended with this $29,000 sale? It would be down 70%. So there's just no rhyme or reason. Don't rely on graphs. Just grade the card, look at the card, pick on the card. Just do it that way. Where is it? There's your card right there. So that's the big winner, is the Jordan 86 Fleer 57 BGS 9.5 10 centering. That is the most important subgrade on 86 Fleer without any equivocation. All right, top 10 cards. Jordan Cooper flag, Luka Doncic, Kevin Garnett, Jordan Magic and LeBron, Jordan and Kobe, Halliburton, Jordan, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's it, guys. That is the end of the video. Again, if you've stuck around this long, appreciate you guys. Use the promo code Cajun when you sell your cards on the Fanatics weekly auction. I've been discussing with Fanatics if there's a way that I can incentivize you guys to use the code other than just out of altruistic purposes and out of the goodness of your heart. You guys have been using the promo code to help support the channel, and it's what keeps me afloat and keeps me going. So I do appreciate all those who have used the promo code in the past. Again, I'll leave it out there on the table. If you got a big card and you use the promo code, just shoot me a screenshot of it, and I will help put that card on my Instagram stories and on my Instagram post. It's my job to make sure that you guys get the most bang for your buck from my affiliate partner, which is Fanatics Collect, whether it's on the weekly or on the Premier. Just remember to use the promo code Cajun. Even if it's a little card, use the promo code Cajun when you submit it. You only got to put the promo code in once, and it applies to all the cards that you submit. So if you send in 500 cards, you put in Cajun one time, it applies to all 500 cards, and a little fraction of Ruben's money will come back to my pocket. Ruben doesn't need that money. We need to bring that money down here to South Louisiana so I can help build some roads that don't have potholes down here. I mean, we're cavemen down here. You guys know. You guys know that. April 7th. I hope this gets your second week of April off to a great start. Appreciate you guys watching as always. There will be a Jordan, record collection video coming later tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, where we'll look at specifically the Jordan cards that sold. We didn't see a lot of Jordan 90s inserts and parallels. We saw a couple jersey cards. I don't think we saw a single other Jordan hierarchy card in the top 48. Now that I think about it, that's weird. So we'll see what those cards did in the Jordan record collection, a video that's going to be coming out later today. Thank you guys as always for watching. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and have a great week. Peace.